Sospita Muturi from Baraka Fertilizer shares with us the nutrition program that was used in this project.
I'm Sospita Muturi from Sifao Agri. Sifao Agri is the former Toyota Shusho Fertilizer Africa, a subsidiary of Toyota Shusho Group, and the makers of Baraka Fertilizer. We came in together with other partners, seed growers, agrochemicals, and we provided the nutrition program that is based on the soil sampling. Baraka fertilizer is made with consideration to the soil requirements and the crop requirements. So we came in to complement other companies, and our purpose was to show that potatoes can grow in areas that traditionally were not done before.
According to Muturi, DAP is limited in terms of nutrition that it offers to the plants. He advises farmers to use plant-specific fertilizers to enhance the health of their plant and increase productivity. Additionally, he highlights the functions of the nutrients in their fertilizer.
Conventionally, farmers have been using DAP in most of the crops. When you go to maize, when you go to potatoes, when you go to tomatoes, when you go to rice, everybody has been using the same fertilizer for a very long time. DAP has been limited to the number of nutrients that it provides to the crops. We, Baraka Fertilizer, came in 2015. We developed crop-specific fertilizers based on the Kenyan soil requirements, and each crop, respecting that each crop requires a different set of nutrients, and therefore for potatoes, we came up with a fertilizer called Baraka Potato Planting that we use at 100 bags per acre. So for this land, we just divided the area, then we extrapolated from the acre. And Baraka Potato Top Dressing, it's an NPK, well balanced, with over 8 nutrients that are required for optimal crop yield for potatoes. Baraka Potato Planting is NPK 13-25-15 with calcium, sulfur, magnesium as oxides, and zinc and boron. We use zinc and boron at planting because they are highly immobile. So we need zinc and boron for a longer period. Nitrogen is used for normal plant growth and yield bulking. The size of the increment in size of potatoes, it is a result of nitrogen activity in the formation of proteins. When you go to phosphorus, phosphorus is very important, one in root formation and tuber setting. We understand that potatoes, they form from the roots. So you need a very robust rooting system for you to get the optimal number of potatoes. And now magnesium and nitrogen and potassium sets in for tuber enlargement. Potassium is very important, especially when the potato crop is nearing maturity, because it brings out the differentiation of all the components of the potato. Calcium oxide, number one, is very important for secondary roots development. Number two, when you look at the potato tuber, the skin quality and the finish, together with boron and zinc, they contribute a lot to the quality of the skin. Of course, the marketers want something hard that can be stored for a long time. Sulfur is very important in potato growing. Number one, sulfur is directly related to the synthesis and the stabilization of nitrogen. So in every photosynthesis activity, you need some quantities of sulfur to support nitrogen. Number two, sulfur brings out the taste in potatoes. So the cooking quality is a function of sulfur and calcium. So we look at balanced nutrition to give the potato that appeal that when it's the market, we get the right size, we get the right number of potatoes, and we get the right quality, be it cooking or processing quality. And also we also look at the lifespan. Additionally, sulfur improves the resistance to diseases. So the potato farmer will not have to use too much agrochemicals because initially you have supplied your crop with enough vigor.
In Kenya, Most farmers do not practice good crop husbandry. There is no crop rotation, little pest control, and many do not understand the importance of using disease-free seed. Some of the common potato diseases are bacterial wilt, early late blight, and potato cyst nematodes. Due to the warm temperatures at Isenya, use of fungicides and pesticides was low as compared to the highlands. Collins Odako from UPL.
My name's Collins Ondako from a company called UPL, which is an agrochemical company that produces agrochemical solutions to farmers, and the uniqueness that also comes with the same. So we are an agrochemical company that is globally, is present globally, and it has footprints in all the major growing continents of this world. In our partnership in this project came in a way that in potato production, we have the seed and we have the agrochemical and the nutrition. So as UPL, we were partnering as an agrochemical company which handles the crop protection. That's how we were coming in, so that we're able to provide the fungicides, the insecticides, and other nutritional components of crop production that are required in the potato production.
The managing director of Latia, Charles Masharia, shares the importance of partnerships to them. He also highlights what Copat does.
My name is Charles Masharia. I'm the managing director for Latia Agribusiness Solutions, which is known by many as Latia Training Center. Latia is a training center. It's a college where we train majority youth in agribusiness, both the farming side and also the business side. But we also engage in various projects and partnerships when we want to demonstrate to farmers new technologies and give farmers the opportunities to come and see them firsthand how they are doing. So basically, depending on the specific project we are working on, we gather together partnerships around it. For example, in this case, we were working with a potato project. So one partner was supplying the seed potatoes, that is Agrico. Another partner was supplying the nutrition, which is Baraka. Another partner, Copat, which I'm also associated with, was supplying the biological control agents and biofertilizers. Basically, when we come together, each party brings their knowledge and technology into the project and gives it the best chance of success. Yeah. Copat Biological Systems is a company that specializes in providing natural solutions for managing pests and diseases. Basically, these solutions can be used either as an alternative or to complement chemical pesticides, and many times they are used in IPM, Integrated Pest Management, thereby helping the farmer to reduce the chemical pesticide load and also increase resilience and productivity of his crops.
Mechanization has found a footing in potato farming. Kanyi Thairo from Captain Farmtech Limited tells us how the Captain tractors work and how farmers can acquire them.
Kanyi Thairo. I work for Captain Farmtech Limited. We are dealers of the Captain tractors and implements in Kenya. That's a mini tractor that you saw harvesting potatoes here. So the tractor is meant for the horticultural farmer who's doing high value crops, and not necessarily maize and wheat. Those are meant for big farms. But if you're doing tomatoes, you're doing potatoes, you're doing onions, capsicum, those kind of things, and you're doing your farming in smaller plots, maybe plots of 5 acres, then that's a ideal tractor for you, because number one, it's light in weight, so it does not compact your soil. And number two, very low maintenance, because it's a small engine, 1300cc diesel. And again, it's made in India. So the technology in India is very ideal, appropriate for our conditions. And also, it is backed up by a very good group, the Toyota Group in Kenya. So in terms of spare parts, in terms of after-sale service, you're well covered. And again, we've tied up with commercial banks to do asset financing for those who are not able to buy the tractor upright on cash basis. There are very easy financing terms of payment of up to 3 years. You know, the demand for tractors is very high, and farmers desire to mechanize their farms, because there's no way you can be commercial and make profit out of farming if you do not mechanize. So the barrier has been there has not been an appropriate technology and an appropriate price that is affordable for most farmers. So this is now makes a lot of sense because this is a tractor which is valued at less than £1,000,000.
Potato processing companies require potatoes in large volumes to keep them going. Humphrey Mboro, the CEO of Sereni Fries, shares with us the challenges they face when sourcing potatoes for processing.
My name is Humphrey Mboro. I am the CEO of Sereni Fries. It's a processing company that does production of fresh cut potato products, mostly for the catering industry, hotels and restaurants. And also we do process potato crisps for the retail market. Yes, that's what we do. We have been struggling to get the right volumes because there is lack of enough proper varieties for the specific products that we make. Because for the fresh cut potatoes, mostly we do chips or French fries for most people. And the potatoes that are mostly available in Kenya are not the right varieties for that specific product. So we are working to have the right products for that market, and that is what we've been doing for the last 3 years. We still have not been able to get enough volumes for those products.
One of the students at Latia Agripreneurship Institute, Nancy Nguyai, shares with us the motivation to study agriculture.
Latia is all about 70% practical. So most of the times we are at the farm, and this has enabled me to get the skills like planting skills, diseases, and pests, and the ways to control them. And this has really helped me that in a way that when I go outside there, I'll be able to start up my own farming or be able to do something creative that will give me an income. Today, I'm grateful because I learned more about the potatoes and different ways of harvesting them. You can use the machine, and also different types of potatoes and their usage. And yeah, I was happy that I was there also in the other time, the open day when they were planting. So I got full course of planting and harvesting potatoes.
The growing importance of potatoes in the Kenyan diet and its favorable qualities in terms of versatility as a food and as a commercial commodity has exerted pressure on stakeholders to explore ways of promoting the crop to its desired position as a leading commercial enterprise in the country. To do this, there is need to understand the dynamics underlying potato marketing in the country. Market information on demand, supply and pricing of potatoes and the preference of varieties is largely lacking. Filling this knowledge gap would make better use of resources by stakeholders interested in putting in place necessary interventions and investors interested in the potato industry. Keep it KTN Farmers TV.